Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are in session third of week 5, and here in this session we are supposed to learn about the techniques used in quality management. You know, this is Dr. Ijaz Ahmed Tatla, and we are in class PhD education course, quality management and education. Dear participants, I believe that you all are fine with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I would like to introduce about the techniques of quality management. While using the different techniques towards the quality management, it requires that each decision, each solution to a problem is based on relevant data and appropriate analysis. Therefore, collecting and analyzing data can be difficult, but the use of quality management techniques ensure better decision making and better solution to problems, improvement in productivity, products, and services. First of all, I would like to say that the technique that might be placed at number 1 is 5S. These are the 5 terms started from S. 5S is the name of a workplace organization methodology. It describes how to organize a workspace for efficiency and effectiveness by identifying and storing the items used. Moreover, maintaining the area and items and sustaining the new order. Let's discuss all these 5S. These are Japanese words, terms. The first S is seri. It means separate and scrap. That is used to sort useful from useless. Useful from useless, sorry. It is written there from. Second is scission. It means straighten everything in its place. Third term is CISO. It means scrub, workplace and equipment clean. And fourth stands for Shiketsu. That is standardize, means select the best practice. And last, fifth S in Japanese language is Shitsusuki. That means sustain. As far as the role of these all 5S is concerned, while making management towards quality, the 5S technique is necessarily be to make sure rules are followed. By organizing the workplace, unstable or wasteful situations become visible earlier, allowing for a quick, effective response. So through this technique, this will be the outcome. After discussing their terminology and its uses and meaning, let's discuss the purpose of 5S. As you know, the technique 5S is a structured system to make abnormalities stick out. So wherever the deficiencies and abnormalities are in the system are, this technique of 5S helps towards highlight it and stick out them. And these abnormalities can then be addressed. So in the diagram you can see here, end on board, operator, description sheets, broadcast live, and a red tag. So these all are follows in a system. You can see here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 end on board. The second is shown as yellow. That means there is some abnormality. So it will be easy for the workers to go there and address that abnormality. The second technique is FMEA cycle. FMEA stands for failure mode and effect analysis. So it's a combination of actions and checks. Therefore, the first step towards the actions and checks is to detect a failure mode. Where is failure? Followed by severity number, up to what extent that failure is, and the probability number, up to what extent it might occur. And the step 4 is the detection number. So when it is detected, then risk priority number, that is equal to severity plus occurrence plus detect. So altogether, all these three numbers make PRN, that is the risk priority number. In thus a way, using this technique and taking actions, the anomalies can be checked. The third technique is design of experiments, that is DOE. It doesn't mean division of education, because all of us are used to DOE, Division of Education and University of Education. But here it's the design of experiments. The design of experiments is a sophisticated method for experimenting with complex processes for the purpose of optimizing them. Therefore, design of experiments allows multiple factors adjustments simultaneously. It reduces the number of tests needed to find an optimal situation by a factor 10. It also shows which factors are critical and which are not. So on the basis of this DOE analysis, it's easy for the managers and workers to highlight the critical situations and the factors which are very critical and which are not. So all these can be addressed over here. Problem solving and decision making technique is another technique. You know, a problem is a situation in which what exists doesn't match with the desired. You know, problem is what exists that doesn't meet with the desire, or put another way, the discrepancy between the current and the desired states of affairs. So to solve this problem, a total quality setting is not about putting out fires. It is about continual improvement. In one step or one shot go, it's not necessarily we get rid of from this problem. After continual improvement, By solving this problem, quality is managed. So there are different tools used for problem solving and decision making, and I think so we have earlier studied them under the title of total quality management. I repeat them here: cause and effect diagrams, flow charts, Pareto charts, run charts, histograms, control charts, and scatter diagrams. These all show the relationship of causation. Another technique that is named as the PDCA technique. It stands for plan, do, check, and act. It's a cyclic process and continuous process. One after the other step is carried out as in the plan. What worker do? He established the objectives and process necessary to deliver results in accordance with the expected output. It means the target or the goals are being set at the time of planning. And after planning, it's the step to do or execute. So here in implementation of the plan. So execute the process, make the product. And when the product is framed, it's very necessary to be checked whether it is according to the goal. So study the actual results measured and collected in do, and compare against the expected results and the targets or goals from the plan to ascertain any differences. Therefore, if any differences are highlighted through check, then what to do? Act accordingly. Request corrective actions on significant differences between actual and planned results, and so on. So through this technique, that is PDCA, plan, do, check, and act, quality is managed. Another technique used for quality management is problem solving. Very interestingly, you can see here some symbols and their description. As you can see in the first diagram, there is problem awareness. That means mic. I think so, like mic type and symbol is used to know about the problem. Then second is team, who have to work for problem solving. Then what team do, that is defining the problem, and after decision of the problem, defining the problem, there is C, contain. Contain mean to have the capacity and planning for that problem. And you can see there is another like fishbone, that is to diagnose. When it is diagnosed, the problem is diagnosed, come first the action, then verify and prevent from different difficulties and unwanted actions. And if it is sophisticated and finally, then it's closure, that is okay. Diagnose the problem is based on the 5 times why. Here is a process towards diagnosing the problem, 5 times why. Let's see what is the 5 times why. It is to assure that root causes and not symptoms are corrected. The 5 why process was introduced at Toyota to find solution of manufacturing problems, but this approach can be applied in any other area as well as in system of education. Ask why is the problem happened to discover its underlying problem, then ask why again to go deeper by another level until you reach the root cause. So to 5 whys, 5 times why leads towards the reach the root cause of the problem. It's a diagnostic process. Let's see in detail what means first why. First time why mean did the machine stop? If yes, then check why machine stop. A fuse in the machine has blown, might be. Why the fuse blow? Circuits overloaded. यानी जो काज है उसकी रीजन बताइए. मशीन खड़ी हुई है, क्यों हुई है, उसका फ्यूज उड़ गया. फ्यूज क्यों उड़ा है? सर्किट ओवरलोडेड था. सर्किट ओवरलोडेड क्यों था? द बियरिंग्स हैव बीन डैमेज्ड एंड लॉक्ड अप. अब अगला सवाल क्या होगा? Why bearings have been damaged and locked up? There was insufficient lubrication. Why was insufficient lubrication? The oil pump on the machine is not circulating engine oil. So अब देखें कि मशीन खड़ी हुई है, उसकी रीज़न क्या निकली है. तो कैसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप एक में से दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथा, सवाल में से सवाल. तो फाइनली विद द हेल्प ऑफ fifth time why we reached to the root cause, that was the oil pump of the machine was not circulating enough oil. Is the pump not circulating enough oil? अब उसको देख रहे हैं कि वाकई ऐसा है कि नहीं कर रहा. Yes, pump intake is clogged with the metal shavings. पंप के अंदर कोई चीजें आ गई हैं जिन्होंने उसको रोक दिया. Why is intake clogged with the metal shavings? There is no filter on the pump intake. So जब पंप के अंदर फिल्टर नहीं था तो अनफ ऑयल आगे नहीं जा रहा था, अनफ ऑयल नहीं जा रहा था, तो इनसफिशिएंट लुब्रिकेशन थी. इनसफिशिएंट लुब्रिकेशन की वजह से बियरिंग डैमेज हुए. बियरिंग डैमेज हुए तो सर्किट ओवरलोड हो गया. सर्किट ओवरलोड हुए तो फ्यूज उड़ गया. फ्यूज उड़ा तो मशीन रुक गई. सो व्हाट अ ब्यूटीफुल एंड systematic way, step by step. That should be the mechanism. That should be the ideal situation in the system of education to control, manage quality if it is incorporated. Use problem solving tools to diagnose the problem root cause. For this purpose, another term is used, that is the problem analysis. As earlier we said 5 times why to reach to the root cause. Here is problem analysis. It's another technique to reach the root cause. It's used to find the true cause of positive or negative deviation when people, machinery, systems, or processes are not performing as expected. Problem analysis provides a structured process to identify and verify the cause. Problem analysis process describes the problem with a clear problem statement and problem specification. Is or is not. No in between both of this. So it's very clear and transparent, to the point solution. In the result of analysis we reach to the problem. Problem है या नहीं है. Seventh technique used towards the management of quality is known as the Six Sigma technique. You have earlier studied this under the title of Total Quality Management, Six Sigmas. The most complex and sophisticated methodology within the total quality management for problem solving and process improvement is Six Sigma. Here is no need to repeat Six Sigmas in detail, as earlier in total quality management these has been stated.